Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Sportcast. My dear guest is Jasmine Jasudavicius. She was victorious in UFC 289 in Canada, so she made me proud and happy. And Jassy, welcome back.
Thank you.
You are you have performance of your career in front of your fans. So, first question: how your fellow Canadian fighters inspired you to being better version of yourself, because you have performance of your life against Mirande Maverick. We will analyze that afterwards, but for first thing first, how Canadian fighters are inspired you to have a victory. So it was clean sweep for Canada, like 4-0. Diana Belbita wins before you won, Barrio won, and also Mike Molo and Kyle Nelson. So 5-0. Sorry, it was clean sweep.
Yeah, I think there were 6 Canadians on the card. It went 6-0. But
Yes, yes.
but yeah, it was crazy. As soon as I felt it, like as soon as we got into the fighter hotel, there was like a different feel in the atmosphere. And I remember even saying, we were doing media and talking about the fights, and I remember even saying at the one point, like, I could see Canada having a clean sweep. Like, UFC hadn't been to Canada in like 3 years or 5 years or something. And the Canadians were really excited for the event, and they were like super supportive and behind all of their athletes.
That was great story. So, my second question is very related with your fight against Natalia Silva 1 year ago, which in that fight you have struggled with her lateral movement, and you can catch her and you can wrestle her. So 1 year after that, you have performance of your life, and you out MMA Mirande Maverick, who was on top level in UFC like for last 2 or 3 years, and and she fought against very good fighters in UFC. So how you vision? What was your plan for this fight, and how it's possible to make that kind of performance? So your minutes for that.
Yeah, so I was preparing super hard for this fight. I knew it was going to be a tough fight. I knew that she was a challenging opponent. But I was ready. I trained super hard, and I was ready to kind of be ready in any facet of the fight, whether it was striking, whether it was grappling, whatever it may be. I was ready for all that she was giving me. And I went into the fight with like an open mind, and I feel like I just chose like the easiest path to victory.
So you called it in my podcast last time, and we will see what Jazz said. What 2 weeks before fight. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me see.
Very talented girl, she's like top 15 right now, 15, 16, something like that. So I mean, my path to victory is just mixing it up with her. I'm very confident in my striking. I'm very confident in my grappling. So that's one thing that's interesting about a fight. It's like you don't really know where it's gonna take you, and but I'm gonna be looking for that finish the whole time.
You actually was very very near to finish her in second round, but we will talk about that later. First, from psychological side, what I'm interested in. So one question from this side: what helps you to bridge a gap to do the same thing in a cage like you did on a training? So how difficult was that? And also we know that you can do all that stuff in training, but training and fight are very different. So
Yeah, training and a fight are very different, but the reason that you always, when I am in training, my mindset is like, will this work in the fight, and how kind of would this be in the fight? So it is different, but I feel like, you're always thinking about it being in a fight, so it kind of feels like it's the same thing a little bit, I don't know how to explain.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to analyze first round. Uh, uh, that was very solid round for you. Maybe not on scorecards, but in terms of controlling the fight and tempo of fight was very good. And I think that was your plan. That was part of your plan. So you mixed it up in first round. First thing first. I was pretty shocked how good was your striking in first round, and also counter grappling and counter wrestling. So she tried to wrestle you, and you put her on the floor and control for 2.5 minutes. So can you give us can you give us information? What was the plan for first round, and how happy you were after first 5 minutes? 5 minutes you was, so because you made huge improvements.
Yeah, I feel like I've been really working on my striking, and I'm continuing to like ever evolve it. I always look at my previous fights and like, okay, how can I analyze? How can I make the biggest growths to the next one? And yeah, so I made sure to focus a lot on my striking. And then in the grappling, after when she shot, then I figured, this is my path of least resistance. So I just put her down. She ended up getting into that like armbar position, but I was like never in danger, but she was past my elbow. So I couldn't like just get my arm out easy. We were kind of in like a stalemate position. So I knew, but there was no danger there. But if I moved, then it could have potentially been in danger. So that's why I was like just trying to punch her like kind of like behind me in the head and everything to show the judges that I really wasn't in danger and it wasn't a submission attempt. But I knew going out of that round that I probably lost that round, because like she was in a submission attempt and I had to defend it the entire time. So I mean, I knew going into the second and the third that I would either have to finish her or like make sure I'm dominantly winning. So that was my mentality moving forward.
Yes, second round was pretty nice. That was for me your best round in your career, in terms of quality of opponent and the quality of your performance. First thing first, that was notable in second round. Your striking was very nice, and you mixed it up very nice. I think long range striking was uncharted territory for you in previous fights. You don't know how to manipulate range and uh, how to use your length, and you did it very well in second round. You use your jab. Jab is my favorite punch in boxing and MMA, also because jab setups many other things after that. Also, you can shot after jab. You can set up your right hand. You can set up for double jab. You did it very well. Also, you have also very nice counter boxing. You counter her kicks with your boxing. And uh, what was your plan? What the plan was for second round, and how proud of yourself you was after second 5 minutes?
Yeah, I was super happy. I knew I was trying to do those like long range weapons, like you said. Keep straight punches. She was shorter than me, so use my length and keep her out. Get her desperately shooting in, so it's easier to see the shot. I knew that that she does well moving forward. So like my coaches were telling me, just like kind of keep the pressure on her, pull, but then come back in like and try to keep her on her back foot. And so that's kind of that's what we did. The whole camp leading up, like that's what I was working on, and so it was coming very natural in the fight, and I just can hope to continue to build on that.
And also in terms of using uh, uh, your physical presence in a clinch, you were digging those knees in second and third round. Knees to the body was vicious for you, and that was also very nice work. And like you said before, you mixed it up very well. So third round was also very nice, very nice rounds in terms of striking. You mix it long range punches, like you said before, moving out of the range. Very nice defense and very nice counter boxing, and also in that third round, you have a few flurries of five or six punches and very nice combos, which you finished with the kicks, and one head kick hurt Maverick very bad. So after third round, you know that you won. But what was the plan for third round? And uh, uh, did you expect that you will be dominant as you was in third round? It was clean round for you, no doubt about it.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect to be as dominant as I was. I mean, you always hope for that. You have a good day at the gym and you feel like, oh, I can do that. And luckily, it showed in the cage that I can. But yeah, I remember just like I felt her throw an elbow, and I remember being like, oh, I think that landed okay, if that's the most power she has on an elbow, which is like the most kind of like dangerous strike, then I can move forward on this girl and I don't have to worry. She doesn't have enough power to knock me out. So I'm just gonna move forward hard on her now. And so that's just like what I continue to do. Keep my feet under me and move forward and try to cause damage.
Thank you, and also that part of MMA that you were best in, it was wrestling. Actually, that was most shocking thing in that matchup, that you won without any shot. You forced her to shot three times, and you defended very well, and three times you finished on the top. How happy you was with that you showed that you're MMA fighter, not just a wrestler in a cage.
Yeah, I'm very happy about that. That was like a little bit of like my plan was like I wanted to show that I did have more striking. I didn't get the opportunity to show it like 2 fights ago. And so I wanted to show that I wasn't just a grappler, and I do have good striking. And yeah, I'm gonna continue to work on it. So I hopefully don't have to use my wrestling. But I like when they're shooting on me. I like counter wrestling. But if I need to get that takedown, then I'm always available to get it.
Nice, thank you for great answer as usual. So we last time we talked about your friend and your teammate Mike Mallow, and I just rewatched his fight against Fugit, and I can tell that you learn a lot from him, especially in striking. And he has very educated striking and a very nice jab. and also very nice kick behind it, and also he has great grappling. What's your biggest takeaway from working with Mike Mallow, and how good is to have such a high level finisher as him for preparing for your fights?
Yeah, it's awesome being in training camp with Mike. You know, I feel like we're able to just see each other in practice, and like, you know, if one person's having a tough day, they look over and the other person is like able to kind of hype them up, or it's nice to be able to go through everything with Mike. He's obviously a talented guy. He knows grappling, he knows striking. If I have any questions, then I'm able to talk to him about it. Just to be on this journey at the same time with him, it's a really cool thing.
Absolutely. And you had you have previous fight with against Fernandez, and he was also on that card, and he also had a finish. So you come back home happy, and with two statement victories. So maybe the last question was how you rate his performance against Fugit, because he was like I said before, he was great, and he like also counter wrestled Fugit in two times, and he has two takedowns, very nice takedowns after he forced him to shot. So how happy you was with him, and what going through your mind when he got that guillotine so deep in second round, and also Fugit tapped very fast.
Yeah, no, that was amazing to see that. He's such a talented guy, and I see him freaking guillotine guys in the room all the time. So it's like right when I saw him put it on, I'm like, oh, this guy's done for. So it was really cool. I got to see him like when he came out of the cage, and you know, just like I said, being on this journey with him it's so awesome.
And you are so awesome as well. Thank you, Jasmine. It was huge pleasure to talk with you and analyze your best performance in your life. And like I said, before the interview, I was so happy for you, and I was cheering and screaming around my apartment. My friends was like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude? It's 2 a.m. Be quiet a little bit. People sleeping around." So, and I was so happy, and I called it that's my girl. Let's go, Jassy, and they were happy too. So thank you for making me proud and making me happy as usual, and thank you for your time. It's huge pleasure to have you in my show. Thank you for being honest, and thank you for having always having time for me. I respect it. That means me a lot.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Have a great day, guys. See you. Like outro.